Hi everyone and welcome to our WTV Newsroom. We're here to bring you your weekly news and stories. I'm your anchor, Corbin Zavocal.
And I'm your co-host, Peyton Green. Before we get started with our next week events, here is a highlight reel of what you have missed so far of your 2016 semester. Here's Perry Small and Landon Light.
If you were there, you witnessed a great coming together to fight against cancer. Delta High School and our very own Warriors came together for Coaches versus Cancer. There was a halftime free throw shooting contest that happened, but sadly, the Eagles cheerleaders and student section beat us, but that didn't stop our Warrior spirit.
We also brought our warrior spirit to Taylor University. Our spirit is contagious, and so is our dabbing. And thanks for Taylor to bringing Wes-Del Apocalypse to our school. We swarmed their basketball stadium.
Valentine's Day has passed, and what junior could forget the anonymous man who dropped off the carnations for all the junior class? If you didn't get a carnation, you likely got a crush from your crush.
Another way to celebrate Valentine's Day with your crush was by Dress to Impress at the Sweethearts dance. Many people had a fun night with their sweetheart and danced the night away.
Thank you, Perry and Landon. Now with all that said and done, we can move on to your present announcements. Let's go to Brady Woodson and Isaac McGarvey for your sporting news.
Thank you, Corbin. Our winter sports are coming to an end, and our sectionals for boys varsity is coming up next week. The dates are March 1st, 4th, and 5th.
Since our sports are coming to an end and we are having our sports awards programs, March 8th is the middle school sports award and it starts at 6 p.m. Make sure you are there, middle school athletes. March 16th is the high school sports awards. Be there at 6 p.m. and dress nicely.
It's a little while from now, but attention track athletes, your first practice is March 29th. That's all from us now.
Winter is eastbound and down, making its way back to Indiana with freezing temperatures and winter weather predicted for most of this week. Monday, we should see clear skies and a low of 28. Tuesday, we're looking at a wintry mix and temperatures as high as 43 and as low as 26. Wednesday and Thursday will continue with similar temperatures, but no precipitation until Friday, when the possibility of snow is very likely.
Means bundle up, Warriors.
Now we go on to a special segment that we featured every week here on WTV. We are interviewing your Wes-Del staff so you can get to know them personally and professionally. This week we had our WTV staff interview Ms. Stout.
My name is Landon Light, reporting from WDTV, and we have Stephanie Stout here, secretary to the guidance counselor. And just want to ask you a couple questions today. So, first question is anonymous. Where did you go to high school? And if you did, where did you go to college?
I went to this great place. I graduated in 1988 from Wes-Del. I went from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade here, and I love it. Great community. We still have a lot of the same traditions that we had back in 1988, and it's great to be back here working.
That's good. All right, second question from Robin Weitzel. What's your favorite part about this job?
Oh boy. That's a tough one. Because first of all, I love working with you students. I think that is probably the best part. I feel like I can make a difference. And also the people that I work with, I totally enjoy everybody I work with. We have so much fun. And also, I like the vacations.
I think a lot of the teachers here like those.
Definitely.
All right, next question from Majenica McClelland. What's your best piece of advice for seniors going into college?
Best piece of advice. Well, first of all, it's time for all the seniors to grow up. I know everybody thinks of it as their last year in high school and they want to have fun and be silly and goofy, but also it's time to start to mature and start thinking like an adult. And really the best piece of advice is for everybody in the building, probably coming in as freshmen, you need to start thinking about your senior year, because even though you think I'm just a freshman, these grades don't matter, the credits, no big deal, but it is important to start thinking about your senior year during your freshman year and start planning.
What is a typical day for you in the guidance office?
Wow, a typical day in the guidance office doesn't exist. It's so random. There's different things that we do at the beginning of the school year, different things in the middle of the year that we do. I mean, who knew that yesterday we would come in and be chasing a mouse around the office? But
Did you
we
get the mouse?
no, we actually have a trap
Ooh.
set, and we don't have it yet. I'll let you know when we do.
That's good.
Anyway, my job is transcripts, report cards, progress reports, their state reporting, and I'm probably the keeper of records, I guess. I have every record of every student that has ever been in this building. And if somebody calls and needs any information, I can go look it up, from immunization records to transcripts, and some of the transcripts I have are pretty old, pretty brittle. But I'm kind of just I'm the registrar. I keep all the records, and if anybody needs anything from when they were in high school, I can get that for them.
So if somebody needs to X something off their permanent record, you're the one to call.
Kinda, yeah.
Keep that in my pocket. If you could choose to teach one class here at Wes-Del, what would it be?
Oh my word. I am so underqualified for anything that requires teaching, but I do like history. I love the trivial aspect of history. I love finding out all kinds of information from the past. Now, I'm not too good on dates and remembering dates, but I really like to learn about history. So I'd probably like to teach history. Now, rest assured, Mr. Sims and Mr. Stacy, that I will not be taking over your job, because I'm sure they do a phenomenal job in that department as far as world history and U.S. history.
I think you and Mr. Stacy or Mr. Sims should switch jobs for a day. See how that goes.
We could do that. I'm all for that. Let's do something about that.
I'll have to let them know about that.
I would love to do that.
All right. Next question is from Kay Shaw at Wes-Del.org.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you worked here, and why did you choose to go into this career?
This is my sixth year at Wes-Del, and I really wasn't looking for a job, but I know Mrs. Weimer. She was the previous counselor, and she suggested that I apply for this job because the gal that worked here before me was retiring. And I was like, oh boy, I haven't worked a full-time job since I was probably 19 or 20. I didn't know if I could do it. But I'm glad I did, because it's one of the best things I could have done. I love it here, and I'm glad I chose this job.
Would Miss Chambers second that?
Absolutely.
Is that right, Miss Chambers?
You love me here?
Absolutely.
See, I was made for this job.
And this one is anonymous. How and where did you meet your husband?
Well, I met him at church. I had been going to this church all my life, and his uncle went to my church, and I knew of him, but I don't really know if he knew about me. But then he started coming to church, and I was like, hey, I could go out with that guy. And we started dating, and we'll be married 25 years in September.
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Last question. It's from Corey.
Oh boy.
Corey. Quote unquote, hey yo Stout, this is Corey. I was wondering if you liked pineapple.
Duh! Corey, I love pineapple. I love fresh pineapple. I will eat it out of a can, but I prefer fresh.
All right. Well, there you go, Corey. There's your answer.
That's right.
Well, thank you for your time today, Mrs. Stout.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
March 1st is the National Honor Society Spring Blood Drive. If you're 16, you'll need to fill out a form and have your parents sign it in order to donate blood. If you're 17 or older, you will not need a parent's signature. If you're interested in donating blood, please see Mrs. Clark or a member of National Honor.
On March 2nd, there is a middle school bowl county meet. We wish you luck, MS Warriors.
Juniors and seniors, your SAT day is March 5th, so get prepared for that. And we wish you luck. Also, iStep starts next week for middle schoolers, freshmen, and sophomores. Great job participating this week in the dress-up days.
Attention current sophomore or junior interested in attending the Mincy Area Career Center next year. You will need to get your with Ms. Chambers ASAP. Applications are due March 1st.
FCA meets every Wednesday at 7:15 and everyone is welcome for singing and free breakfast. Speakers are needed for FCA, so see Mrs. Colm if you wish to sign up. Also a reminder to juniors, prom committee meets every Thursday at 7:15 a.m. It's 36 days away. Are you guys ready? Information is outside Mrs. Colm's room concerning ticket prices and procedures.
Well, that's all from us. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.